Okay, welcome to this Photoshop tutorial courtesy of the worldphotographicClub.com. What we're going to do here is just show you a few basics on Photoshop. It's aimed at people that have never really used Photoshop, so they just want to, do the few basics to get images ready for print. So if this is our desktop and we've got Photoshop, simply open your copy of Photoshop. Now, to get images into Photoshop, there's two ways or several ways of doing it. The two most popular is to go File, Open, and it opens your desktop here, and then you just find wherever the images are and then just open those. Personally myself, I prefer to just have the images open as a folder on the desktop anyway. So just find your images, where are they? They're in there, and just open that so you've got them there as thumbnails. If you're not sure how to get thumbnails, if you right click outside of the images, you get this menu here, and you've got view. So you've got large, medium, small. So if I click small, that will show them like that. So click it again, and I want to see what I'm working with. So medium, a little bit too small, so click it again, large. There we go. So I can see what I'm working with there, and then if I open Photoshop and then open that, now I can drop and drag these into Photoshop. What that is if I just click on it, hold the click and bring it across and let go. That's dropping and dragging. You can do multiple items, where if you select a few like that, click on them once, hold the click and drop and drag them in. If you want to do several all over the place, click one, hold Control, then click all the others that you want. Oh, so that's acting up there, computers being computers. So yeah, if you click outside there, there's nothing selected, click on that, hold Control, click that one, you hold Control, you see it's highlighted them blue. These are all the ones that are coming into Photoshop for me. So I could scroll down here, grab another one, there we go. Now click on it, hold the click and bring them in. That's basically you're opening your images in Photoshop. Now if once I've got them into Photoshop, then I need to work on them basically to get them ready for print. If I took it up like this and asked the printer for say 6x4s, which is the standard size, we're going to lose some of the images. Now the reason for that is if I click on the crop tool, which is here, if you hover over it, it will tell you the name, but click on that and you'll get this information at the top here. What this is you put in the size that you want. See, this is geared up for a 10 by 12 inch print. I want a 6x4, so I'm going to put 6 inches by 4 inches by 300 resolution. Don't worry about why that's 300, it's just got to be 300, it's the best format for the printers and stuff. So I've got that set up for a 6x4. Now grab that and just scroll over and it will keep it as 6x4. What I'm doing at the moment is using the cursor keys, the up arrow and down arrow, to move that up for a bit of fine tuning. Now you can see that if I had taken it in without pre-cropping it on the computer, we would have lost this section here. It's probably the most common thing that people get a bit confused from when they first start with photography. They take pictures on the camera, don't really look at it on a computer, and take it straight into the printers, and then they lose sections of it and they're like, why have I lost that? That's the reason. It's to do with the ratio that a print will keep. Now if you say wanted to crop in closer, just grab that arrow, one of the arrows, anyone, it doesn't matter, bring it in like that, and that's going to crop it to 6x4. It always holds the aspect ratio. So say you wanted that section there, you just double click and there we go, that is cropped for a 6x4. Now if you notice on my right, this history tab here showed crop appear. What this is it records a history of everything that you've done on an image. If I click back to open, there we go, goes back to the original. This is a real useful tab to have open all the time. I constantly have it there. If it's not showing on your computer, go up to this window up here, click that, and if you look here, it's got history. If I unclick that, it disappears. So if it wasn't showing, I'd just go window, down to history and click that. Don't worry about these guys up here, these two at the top. that's further tutorials and stuff. At the moment we're just dealing with cropping and getting stuff ready for print. So I've now cropped that image to a 6x4. Now what I want to do is maybe change the light on it, maybe bring the silhouettes out or brighten the sunshine, one or the other. So for that I want to change the image, adjustments. Now you've got two ways of doing it, levels and curves. As you're starting, I would suggest using levels. So click on that and you get this graph which shows you the light in the picture. Now I'm not going to go into detail of what it is, what it means. All I would suggest is just play about with it. You know, this is the dark end, this is the light end, and if you're unsure, just grab it, pull the bar down. You see that makes it more silhouette-y. That's putting more darkness into the dark end. This opposite, light into the light end. You see how it pushes that out? And this one does the mid-tones. Okay, so bring that one down, say I want a bit of a silhouette, click OK. Okay, so we're almost there. Maybe I want to add a bit of colour to it. So same thing again, go to image, adjustments, go to this hue saturation, click on that, and you see you get this here. The middle one is the saturation, which is the colour. Bring that down and that will turn it into a black and white. It removes all the saturation of colour out of the picture. Opposite of that, fully saturate the image. Okay, so we want to give it a bit of punch maybe. This one here is quite fun. Changes it to wacky colours. Well, changes the colours. You can create really nice effects with them. Okay, so let's say we just keep that normal like that. Okay, that picture's pretty much ready for print. Bit too much black here, so let's just crop in a bit closer. Use the crop tool again. Use the arrow key to push it across. Hit return. There we go. That's pretty much ready for print for a 6x4. Everything's there. So I'll just close that. Click yes if you want to save it over the original. I'm not going to, so click no, and that's all ready. And you've also got your history here. You can jump back through that, right back to the start of the image. Okay, I hope that helps everyone, and feel free to visit the website for more information about photography tips and techniques. www.worldphotographicClub.com